Hey everyone, you're listening to the Merv and Mindy Show. At least I think you are. Hey Mindy, what's our show called again?
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Merv and Mindy Show. We're really excited about this one because we're going to be looking at a blog post from none other than our own Chief Marketing Officer, Phill Battersby.
Our resident expert.
But we are super excited about this particular blog post because it was actually inspired by a little band called Aerosmith.
We're going to unpack all of Phil's advice and look at how you can not only survive, but thrive under a new boss. So, have you ever felt kind of like you're suddenly on the losing side when a new manager walks in the door? Well, today we're going deep into that exact experience, how to navigate getting a new manager, especially when you're already part of the team.
It's a feeling a lot of people know all too well. That sense of uncertainty, even anxiety about what this change will mean for everything. Your role, the team, even your future.
Exactly.
What I really like about Phil's approach is he uses his own experiences to help others navigate these transitions, actually get through them successfully. And one thing he really nails is that feeling of being acquired rather than hired when a new manager comes in.
That's a really good point. It's different, isn't it?
Totally.
And it can be, pretty unsettling. To really explain this acquired feeling, Phill uses a soccer analogy. Imagine your team, all of a sudden, boom, new coach. Everything changes. The dynamics, the whole game plan, even whether you're still the star player. And that's the feeling Phil's talking about. And it can be, honestly, pretty stressful.
Absolutely. And, Phil's first piece of advice, and it's a big one, is to really focus on your mindset. It's about, instead of fearing the unknown, try to look at this change as a chance to learn new things. I know, easier said than done, but that shift in perspective can make all the difference.
It's kind of like that saying, when life gives you lemons.
Make lemonade.
Exactly. Maybe this new manager is bringing in, a fresh perspective, a whole different approach that, hey, you can learn from.
And you know what? That leads right into Phil's next tip. Proactive communication. He suggests what he calls a history meets future meeting.
Okay, history meets future meeting. I am so intrigued. What does that look like?
It's a chance to showcase your value and learnings in a way that's helpful and collaborative,
Yeah. What are you good at? How have you gotten results? And how do those skills connect with the new manager's vision for the team?
And remember, how you do this, it might need to change depending on the situation. Maybe it's a formal presentation in a meeting, or you bump into them in the hallway and give a quick elevator pitch.
Or even just a casual chat, grabbing a coffee.
Exactly. That flexibility in how you communicate, it's key. And it ties into another piece of advice from Phill. Be adaptable. New managers, they usually bring in new ideas and ways of working, so show them you're open to it.
Show them you're on board.
You're willing to adapt and learn. That's huge.
Adaptability, isn't that what Aerosmith has done so well? And I think that's what, Phil's saying too, is like, embrace the new manager's ideas, embrace their way of working, be open to learning new things.
It's so much easier to embrace change instead of, resisting it.
Makes sense.
And speaking of embracing things that might feel a little uncomfortable, Phill also recommends actively seeking feedback from the new manager.
Oh, I can see how that might make some people nervous, especially if you're worried about hearing negative stuff. But I think what Phil's getting at is feedback, even when it's tough, it's a chance to grow.
100%. It shows that you're committed to improvement and that you're trying to get on the same page as the new manager. It's also a way to keep that communication going, which helps build trust.
It's about building that relationship.
Exactly.
But, building trust with someone new, it doesn't just happen overnight. It takes time. You got to put in the effort. Phill actually says, be careful about trying to force a personal connection too soon.
Yeah, there's a balance there.
Start with building that professional foundation first.
He suggests using those early interactions to discuss, big picture stuff related to your work and the team's goals. You could even use those quick coffee breaks or casual chats to debate important issues, not in a fighting way, but a way to, share different perspectives and get a feel for how the manager approaches things.
I love that idea. It shows you're engaged, that you're thinking critically about things.
Right. And you know what? Healthy debate, it can actually lead to smarter decisions and more creative solutions.
Absolutely. So I think that's a really good point to return to in a few seconds. But right now, let's take a quick pause for this important message.
Okay. It seems like just yesterday we were talking about how AI was going to change the world, and now it's like, bam, it's everywhere.
It's definitely changing the landscape, especially for human-first podcasts like what we try to do. And I think that brings us to something really crucial here, the opportunity to really lean in and support that human element, that human-first content. We absolutely believe in what we're doing here on the Merv and Mindy Show, and guess what?
What?
There's a really fun and kind of delicious way for you to be a part of it all.
Imagine yourself. You're enjoying your morning coffee, right? That perfect little pick-me-up. Well, you can send a little virtual coffee our way through our donation page.
Oh, just the thought of it. Imagine us, fueled by your virtual caffeine, chasing new ideas all around the studio.
And do you know what I think is really cool about that? It's that it really deepens the connection between our own creative team and all our lovely listeners who make the effort to support us.
So there you have it. That was our little behind-the-scenes peek. Sadly, the virtual coffee hasn't actually arrived yet, but the thought is definitely keeping us going. So let's get back to our main topic.
Now, we've talked a lot about the practical side of all this, but we got to address the emotional side too. Phill has a whole section just on managing stress during this kind of transition.
Which makes sense. This stuff can be stressful.
It totally is.
And Phill gives some really great practical ways to cope.
He starts with the basics. Talk it out. Don't bottle up those feelings. Find someone you trust, friend, family member, maybe a therapist, and let it out. He even says, if you're comfortable, talk to the new manager directly.
It might not be the right move for everyone, but the point is to find a healthy outlet for all that emotion. And if just talking it out isn't your thing, Phill suggests finding other stress-reducing activities. Exercise, meditation, even just going for a walk to clear your head.
Yeah, get those endorphins going. And he also emphasizes maintaining that work-life balance. You know, especially during stressful times, burning yourself out helps no one. You got to prioritize your well-being.
For sure, take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
And this is where Phill gets really real. He admits sometimes, no matter what you do, the new manager, their whole vision, it just might not be a good fit. And in those cases, it might be time to think about moving on. But he's also saying, really think things through before you jump ship.
So how do we do that? How do we know if it's truly a bad fit or just a matter of adjusting to a new style?
Well, Phill has developed this brilliant framework called Ask Me to help you navigate this tricky territory.
It starts with A, for absolute. Ask yourself, is this situation really, truly impossible?
Write down your answer and why you feel that way. Then it's S, for skills. Are you feeling out of your depth because you don't have the skills you need for what the new manager wants to do? If so, what's the plan to get those skills? Talk to your manager about it.
Then there's K, for knowledge. Kind of like skills, this is about whether you're missing key information that would help you thrive under this new manager. Again, be proactive. Figure out what you need to know and find ways to learn it.
Gotcha. So then we get to M, for myself. This is where you get honest with yourself about your career goals, your values. Do they match up with what the new manager is bringing to the table? Can you picture yourself working with this person long term?
Yeah, even if you don't always see eye to eye.
Right. And if you can't honestly say yes to those questions, it might be time to consider E, for exit. Phill makes it clear, sometimes the best thing you can do is move on. Gracefully, of course.
It might mean working with your manager to find a new role within the company, or maybe it's time to start looking for something new elsewhere. The main thing is to make a decision that's best for you.
Be in control.
Yes. And, Phill ends this section by saying, look, skills and experience matter, but what managers really watch during times of change is your attitude.
How you approach it all.
Exactly. Your willingness to adapt, to embrace the change, that's what makes you stand out.
You can control your attitude.
It really is a choice, and it can make or break how successful you are.
It's a good reminder that even though change is going to happen, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Phill has given us a really practical way to think about new management, whether you're the new person coming in or you're already part of the team.
It's about open communication, being understanding, knowing yourself, and working together to create a good, productive place to work.
So, attitude is everything. Approach this transition with an open mind, a willingness to learn, and a positive outlook.
Like that Aerosmith song reminds us sometimes all you need is an attitude adjustment.
And who knows, this new manager might just be the catalyst for the most exciting chapter in your career yet.
Huge thanks to Phill Battersby for sharing his wisdom and experience. Be sure to check out his full blog post, Attitude adjustment. The existing team member edition on our website, www.themervandmindyshow.com.
And of course, a massive thank you to all of you, our lovely listeners.
And in case you're wondering, let's also give a big thank you to today's sponsors, Tiled, the platform that transforms your boring old PowerPoints into interactive experiences that demand to be seen.
Wait, Tiled. Is that like a bathroom renovation app? Because my shower tiles are tragic.
No, Merv. It's tiled.co. It lets you build interactive content that feels like a website, but without writing a single line of code. Watch this. See how easy it is to bring your design together by simply dragging and dropping your content onto the canvas. There's no limitation to what you create or where and how you place it. And of course, you can spice it up by adding things like scroll pages, image carousels, embedding videos, or adding animations. It's a whole new way to present an immersive story. Everything is super easy to use, and even better, you can also create personalized versions of your content as well as track audience engagement.
Whoa. Okay, that was a vocal roller coaster.
Well, speaking of things going up and down, here's one adrenaline-fueled global brand whose award-winning marketing team is fully enabled with Tiled. Let's roll the VT.
Red Bull. Well, that explains why they're marketing flies. Unlike me, who's still grounded until I get my morning coffee.
Anyway, this show actually uses Tiled, too. Every interactive episode, every clickable moment, that's all made with Tiled.
Wait, we use Tiled, but we're not techie designers.
Anyone can use Tiled. You just need a bit of imagination and an iced macchiato.
But I still need new tiles for my bathroom.
Tiled, the interactive content tool for creating differentiated sales presentations, amazing marketing material, and bathroom renovation apps.
And now, as you warm your hands on that mug of fresh coffee, think about how nice it would be to share the moment with us by sending a tiny virtual caffeine boost our way. Doesn't that sound tempting? Until next time, keep learning, keep innovating, and keep transforming.